Hello and welcome to Gus McDowell Strategy and Tactics. I'm Nick McDowell and today we're playing Part 5 of Convoy 13 No Reply, the 10th mission in the NATO campaign in Naval War Arctic Circle. Naval War Arctic Circle is based on a hypothetical Great Arctic War set in 2030 and fought in the North Atlantic, Arctic, Baltic and the North Sea. The NATO campaign covers the Great Arctic War as experienced from the Northern Partnership and NATO alliances. In Convoy 13 No Reply, we must defend NATO convoys against attacks. Major reinforcements are being transported across the Atlantic to reach the operations theatre. Undoubtedly, the enemy knows that we are here. Long-range bombers, surface ships, and not the least submarines are a major threat to the convoys. Our objective is to defend the convoys. So far, we have shot down a battery of airborne early warning and control aircraft, an Il-78 tanker aircraft, 2 Tupolev Tu-160 strategic bombers, and 6 Tupolev Tu-22M3 bombers from Keflavik in occupied Iceland. We've also shot down a number of Su-35 flankers and Su-57 Felons. Convoy 12 survived an ambush of 5 separate missile salvos of SSN-27 Club missiles, and Convoy 13 survived a torpedo attack. We engaged and destroyed 3 enemy submarines, the Reese, the Couguar and the Gepard. However, we lost a submarine, the USS Texas, to an enemy ASW screen from a surface action group. We launched 3 salvos of Tomahawk land attack missiles at Keflavik Air Base in occupied Norway, 90 missiles in all, and Keflavik was destroyed. Now, we need to sink at least 2 enemy surface combatants from the Pyotr Veliki group to enable the convoys to cross the North Atlantic safely. We have launched a number of sorties already, but most have been defeated by range and lack of fuel before launching missiles, and the harpoons were all shot down. Our remaining submarine, the USS Virginia, has increased speed to chase the surface action group. And the 3 convoys are all moving to intercept and engage the enemy. A number of naval strikes are inbound from the Teddy Roosevelt, Super Hornets with harpoons and Growler electronic attack aircraft. Almost within range. All 3 attack formations vector onto the enemy. 2 M47B Pegasus UAV are also inbound with Kongsberg missiles. The first aircraft launch harpoons and turn for home. And to the southeast, 2 Poseidon are homing in, with 22 harpoon missiles between them. The second aircraft are almost within Kongsberg range, but have to abort for lack of fuel. The enemy detect the incoming harpoon and launch S-300 surface-to-air missiles. The action is monitored by a Grumman Hawkeye to the west. The harpoon attack is defeated. The Pegasus and the Poseidon are both approaching release point. The Poseidon get within range first. They launch harpoon missiles. The missiles streak towards their targets. The enemy launches S-300 surface-to-air missiles, and it is time for the Poseidon to return home. The Pegasus UAV both launched their Kongsberg missiles. The group consists of the Pyotr Veliki, a Kirov-class battlecruiser. Also, the Admiral Tabanenko, an Ordoloy II. And the Moskva, a Slava-class guided missile cruiser. In real life, the Moskva sank in April 2022 during the Russo-Ukrainian War. It was the largest Russian warship lost in action since the Second World War. The Harpoon attack is defeated. Let's speed up time. More missiles are launched, this time at the incoming Kongsberg missiles. This attack too is defeated. RAF Lossiemouth reconfigures another Poseidon for naval strike. It will take around an hour to be ready to launch. Canadian Forces Base Goose Bay also reconfigures two Poseidon in a naval strike role. Let's review the situation. Operating at extreme range, we have defeated the enemy bombers and fighters over the North Atlantic and have only lost aircraft to running out of fuel. we have sunk 3 enemy submarines at the cost of one of our own, the USS Texas. We have defeated enemy missile and torpedo attacks on our convoys, and have destroyed Keflavik Air Base in occupied Iceland. Now we have only to sink 2 enemy surface vessels to guarantee our safe passage across the North Atlantic. This is mostly a matter of launching repeat sorties of missiles to wear down enemy defences by causing them to fully expend their defensive stores. In the meantime, we must still protect against any remaining enemy submarines. RAF Lossiemouth is ready to launch. Out go 2 Poseidon. And a third. Goose Bay also launches 2 Poseidon. This is a coordinated strike of 55 Harpoon missiles against 3 enemy ships. The Teddy Roosevelt launches 2 fighters to shoot down the enemy tanker aircraft. The Mariner UAV are not within range. But the Pegasus UAV are ready to sortie again. The Poseidon from Lossiemouth launched their harpoons. The fighter pair closes in to engage the tankers. The Poseidon from Lossiemouth returned to base. The third Poseidon lines up an attack run. The USS Virginia is finally within range, travelling at 39 km per hour at 100 metres below and cavitating furiously. It launches Harpoon missiles at the enemy ships. The Virginia slows to a crawl and goes deep. The enemy fire a large number of surface-to-air missiles at the incoming missiles from the Virginia. At this rate, they will be running low and vulnerable to successive waves of missiles. Meanwhile, the F-35 have engaged one of the tankers. It is shot down. The enemy now engage the first harpoon salvo from the Lossiemouth's Poseidons. Missiles streak towards their targets. Then the enemy stops firing missiles. What does this mean? Have they expended all the S-300? They are still likely to have other, shorter range surface-to-air missiles. Let's speed up time and find out. More surface-to-air missiles and close-in weapon systems. Hit! The Admiral Chabanenko is hit and destroyed. One of the two surface combatants we need to sink to complete the mission. More harpoons are inbound from the third Poseidon from Lossiemouth, and another two Poseidon are inbound from Goose Bay. More surface-to-air missiles and close-in weapon systems engage from both ships. Hit! The Pyotr Veliki is hit and damaged, but not destroyed. The UAV move in for the kill with their 8 Kongsberg missiles. The UAV launch. And the Poseidon are closing in from Goose Bay. The damaged Pyotr Veliki launches more surface-to-air missiles, as does the Moskva. Hit! The Moskva is hit and damaged. Both ships are damaged and experiencing crippling ammunition fires. The Goose Bay Poseidon are almost within range. Let's speed up time. The Poseidon launch. 22 AGM-84 harpoons are inbound to the crippled ships. within 10 kilometres. "11 missiles target each ship. The Piotr Veliki launches surface-to-air missiles, and both ships engage with close-in weapon systems. Hit! And again! The Piotr Veliki and Moskva are both hit again and damaged. Fires rage out of control, but neither ship is destroyed. And we've detected a fourth ship, an Admiral Sergei Gorshkov class. Let's speed up time. The attacks were successful, but not decisive. One more strike to finish the job. RAF Lossiemouth launches 2 Poseidon loaded with Harpoon missiles. Then a third. The Carrier Task Force turns around the Mariner UAV and launches them again. The Teddy Roosevelt also launches 2 F-35 against the remaining Ilyushin Il-78 tanker. The inbound Poseidon unexpectedly encounters some helicopters. The Poseidon launch 4 harpoons, then turn and launch the remainder. Then turn for home. The third Poseidon is inbound. Back at the Piotr Veliki group, the harpoons close in. Once again, short-range surface-to-air missiles and close-in weapon systems from both ships. Hit! The Pyotr Veliki is hit again and damaged. This Kirov-class battlecruiser is taking a lot of damage. The Mariners have launched their Kongsberg Joint Strike missiles. They are headed straight for the wounded Pyotr Veliki. They pass in front of the Moskva. Hit! The Pyotr Veliki is destroyed. "4 hours of real time, spanning 14 hours of game time. We lost 2 aircraft, both Super Hornets that ran out of fuel, and 1 submarine, the USS Texas. The enemy lost 15 aircraft, bombers, tankers and fighters. They lost 2 surface ships, the Admiral Chabanenko Udaloy II and the Pyotr Veliki Kirov-class battlecruiser. 3 submarines, the Reis Kugua and the Gepard, and of course Keflavik Air Base in occupied Iceland was destroyed by our cruise missile strike. Most importantly, all convoys got through without loss, bringing with them cargoes of oil, tanks, anti-tank guided missiles and ammunition. These supplies will be critical for the invasion and ground combat to liberate Scandinavia. As always, thanks for watching. For more Naval War Arctic Circle content, check out the NATO campaign and Jersey blockade playlists on our channel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and donate, and stay tuned for the next episode.